let's get into exploring how you can upskill fast and make even more of a difference in your role as an energy professional. Upskilling will require time, effort, and dedication, and it requires you to be intentional about learning, to be seeking out new opportunities, and to take some calculated risks. However, by upskilling, you can enhance your expertise, expand your network, and increase your impact. And you can become even more effective energy efficiency professional, capable of driving more meaningful change in organizations and communities. So the future of the energy industry is, we don't know where technology is going to be in 20 years' time, maybe even 10 years' time. So one way you can do this is by reflecting on your current role, responsibilities, and goals, and where you would like to see that evolve to and where it is actually evolving. And think about some of the major trends that we have in society and how that's going to impact on your role. The obvious ones are AI, but there's also more rapid technological development. There's the aging of infrastructure and so on. There's increased interest in embodied carbon. On the reporting scope, we've got a whole lot of stuff around greenhouse gas emissions reporting going down to the level of scope 3 emissions. So think about also how that's all evolving, but also step back more into the current situations also about what are the current performance indicators that your employer is using to evaluate your success. What skills are required in the short term, the mid-term, and the longer term for you to excel in your position? And where do you think that you're falling short or perhaps missing out on opportunities? You can also start just having conversations about this. Seek feedback from your colleagues, from managers, from mentors, people who can provide valuable insights into your strengths and weaknesses. Another approach is to look to benchmark your skills against industry standards. So, for example, you can do this by looking at job descriptions for roles similar to yours and saying, it requires this and this. Oh, I don't have that skill. Oh, I really do have this skill. And so looking for that. Look at industry reports, which are looking at the future of skills. Look at research papers to get a sense of the skills that are in demand. So, for example, let's say that you're an energy manager working in a commercial building, and you're interested, however, to transitioning into a role that focuses more on broader sustainability concerns and energy efficiency. So you might identify a skills gap in data analysis, carbon accounting, energy auditing, project management. Or perhaps you're an engineer who wants to move into a leadership role, and you realize that you need to be developing your communication skills, your strategic planning, or your team management skills. Now, by acknowledging these gaps, you can start to create a roadmap for upskilling and reskilling. Now, I know that you're probably thinking, okay, I know where my skills gaps are. What's next? You're going to have to start to prioritize your skills development, create a learning plan, and start taking action. And you want to learn quickly.